cold here is not just weather, it is an invisible beast whispering in your ear with every polar gust. Snow falls heavily, its flakes stinging your face like tiny needles of glass. You stand now before a legendary Icelandic waterfall, completely frozen at its edges, while down its center thunders a roaring river of rushing white water, crashing against the rocks with a deep resonance that vibrates through your chest. Darkness envelops the landscape, and the only light comes from the faint green northern lights dancing in the distant sky. You feel the weight of your brown leather backpack on your shoulders and the chill in your fingers inside your woolen gloves. Yet something draws you forward. Step by step, you approach the falling wall of the waterfall, only to notice a hidden opening behind the veil of ice and water, a narrow fissure from which thick white steam gently rises into the freezing air, like the warm breath of the earth, inviting you inside to escape the deadly storm outside. The moment you step through the narrow opening, you realize you have left the freezing world completely behind. A sudden silence descends, interrupted only by the gentle musical flow of water. You walk through a narrow, smooth stone passage, its walls made of shiny black basalt, covered in a thin layer of green moss that glows naturally with a faint phosphorescent light. The warm humidity caresses your face, melting the frost clinging to your eyelashes and inviting your lungs to take deeper, more soothing breaths. You inhale the scent of pure minerals and warm, damp earth, a scent that brings an instant feeling of safety. Directly ahead, the cave widens to reveal a small pool of self-illuminating, crystal-clear turquoise water. Steam rises from the water's surface in slow, white wisps, wrapping around the rocks like silk. You place your brown leather backpack on a warm, flat rock, feeling the heat radiating from the stone floor beneath your boots. You slip off your heavy dark green coat, leaving it beside your backpack. Slowly, you approach the edge of the glowing turquoise spring. Your foot touches the water. It is the perfect temperature, embracing your body like a long-awaited warm hug. You slide slowly into the pool, parting the water with your hand to create a soft, refreshing sound. As the warm water submerses your shoulders, you feel all the tension and exhaustion built up in your muscles and bones melt away, dissolving into these magical waters. You rest your head against a smooth, warm rock blanketed in velvety green moss. From here, you can hear the howling polar wind outside and the roar of the waterfall behind the thick stone walls. But they now seem so distant, like a faint whisper that protects you and heightens your sense of absolute warmth in your secret sanctuary. The steam swirls around you, isolating you from time and space. After a long, relaxing soak in the warm water, you step out with your body radiating warmth and purity. You dry yourself off and slide into your comfortable woolen clothes. In a secluded, completely dry corner of the cave, you discover a wonderful surprise, a cozy bed prepared on a stone platform naturally heated by the Earth's geothermal energy. The bed is piled high with thick, soft layers of gray Icelandic wool, and beside it, a vintage oil lantern burns with a quiet, orange flame that dances on the walls. Nearby sits a small clay cup with steam rising from a herbal wild tea scented with chamomile and honey. You sit on the bed, wrapping yourself in the heavy woolen blankets that cocoon you in absolute warmth. You take a sip of the warm tea, feeling the comfort flow through your veins as your eyelids begin to grow heavy under the gentle tick of water droplets falling rhythmically in a far corner of the cave. You set the cup aside and lie down completely beneath the warm blankets. You look up at the basalt ceiling of the cave, where the shadows of the rising steam reflect in a slow, hypnotic ballet. A gentle curiosity washes over you as you notice very ancient stone carvings on the wall opposite your bed. They look like ancient symbols of star maps and protection for travelers, softly glowing and fading in sync with your calm breathing. You realize that the earth beneath you is alive, pulsing with life and warmth, and that you are in the safest place in this vast world. Your eyes now close very slowly. The sounds drift away, the roar of the waterfall outside becomes like a warm, steady heartbeat, and the sound of the steam whispers you to sleep. You surrender completely to this absolute warmth, letting yourself sink into a deep, very deep sleep from which nothing will wake you.